What's up everyone, Scotty Combat here, and Season 5's coming to an end. This message is going to prompt when you sign in that the seasonal store will close and all seasonal currency will be revoked. Spend it now. So whatever seasonal coins you got left, spend them up, and let's take a look at the premium store this week. Alright, let's check out the premium items. We got MK3 Sub-Zero. We got the Infiltrator Kung Lao that can come straight out of the shrine. However, the season is coming close to an end. Usually it's about 50 to 60,000 coins to get through your shrine, or if you feel like you haven't spent much and you really want this Kung Lao skin, you might want to get it. Now there's a gear piece here. It's 300 dragon crystals, and that's one of the big premium items this week. Not very impressive in my opinion, unless you are a Kung Lao main and you like this hat a lot. As I always say, 300 dragon crystals is pretty steep for one gear piece. And I don't think it's all that often we see a featured item as a gear piece. And rotating we have the Titan Baraka, which for me personally, I was considering until I just realized it's 600 dragon crystals. Let's look at his palettes. I'm sure some of you already have this skin in these palettes. There's been a couple opportunities to get him in the Titan battles. Some of these aren't bad. This is probably my favorite one. I do like the original one that they have for this skin. I think these two here are a little too similar, but I'd go with the red one. Actually, I like the red one a lot here. This one, and this one would be my favorites from this skin. So for those who have been waiting for Reptile to come back, this is your week. Grab him up. Him and Smoke don't show up that much in the premium store. You can go back through my playlist of each seasonal week. Smoke and Reptile just don't show up that much. It's usually Sub-Zero and Scorpion. In the gear pieces we have for this last week of Season 5, we got one for Smoke, we got one for Kenshi, we have the Merciless gear piece for Reiko, kind of gives him that classic Shao Kahn helmet. Now there's a gear piece here for Havoc, and maybe somebody can clarify this for me, but this is 300 dragon crystals, and this is 300 dragon crystals as well, but for some reason there's a padlock on this item, but there's not on this one. Sindel's announcer is here this week. That's kind of big in my opinion, because I don't see her announcer voice often. In fact, is this her first time? So maybe this has showed up in previous rotations, but I can't recall it. And if it hasn't before, I don't know why this isn't in the featured rotating, because I feel like this is a pretty rare one. And of all things to get this week out of the seasonal store for the last week, I think the Sindel announcer voice might be the thing that I get. I know it's either between that or the Titan Baraka skin. So if you don't have the Reptile skin and you want to see his palettes, this is the original one with the skin. Then there's this shade. And then you get these two offshoots, which is like a more gray with green. They're pretty similar. And of course I want to remind everyone that by getting these skin bundles, you do get this mask with each of the UMK3 skins, and this mask will apply to the rest of Reptile skins. Season 6 is coming up, which will be Reptile season, and maybe we'll get some really nice items at the start of that season. It just seems by pattern that we'll get more Deadly Alliance or Deception skins. If it's anything like previous seasons, then they'll show up pretty early within the season in the premium store. So yeah, there's not a whole lot this week, but I would say early on in the first week or two of the next season, we can look at some pretty good items. Fingers crossed anyway. You know, there's really a lot of potential for Season 6 for Deception and Deadly Alliance skins that haven't been used yet, and characters that really could use skins, like Tanya and Havoc. It would also be cool to see Melina and Katana get some of their classic skins from Deadly Alliance and Deception. I don't have my hopes out for Zombie Liu Kang this soon, but I still think it'd be really cool to get, because it's a lot different than the Fire God Liu Kang. And that's it for Season 5. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. It also helps the channel to keep running. Also, if you're new or familiar with the channel, subscribe if you want to see more. If you want to know when a new video drops, hit the bell icon.